guys, welcome back. I guess I should really be welcoming myself back because I haven't vlogged in over a year. It's kind of surreal. This is the first day that I've actually picked up my camera in over a year, and it feels really good to be back. I have not felt in a place mentally to vlog for over a year. Harvey's pregnancy was very hard for me, and the first year of life, just getting used to 2 under 2 and just having 2 kids. We went through a lot as a family. I have just been focusing so much on my family. But today is a fun video. It is the first day of summer, I think. It might be the second day of summer. It's June 21st right now, and we're just gonna go to a farmer's market. It's the first farmer's market that we've gone to in a really long time, and we're just gonna go have fun. We're finally in a routine as a family where we can go and have fun and do things, and we just don't feel so overwhelmed anymore. So yeah, that is what we're gonna do right now.
There you go.
It's 4:30 in the afternoon. The day has gone by really quickly. We had a lot of fun this morning at the farmer's market. I'm about to show you what I got. I didn't get a lot, so we're starting off strong with some strawberries. These strawberries are absolutely amazing. We actually have been picking a lot of our own strawberries. We do a daily walk every single morning, and we found this community garden that I had no idea existed in our community. And so I messaged them on Facebook, and I'm actually in charge of a box, but there's a bunch of strawberries up there, 3 apple trees, a pear tree. In the past 2 weeks, we've been planting up there. We've got a couple pepper plants, a couple tomato plants. We planted zucchini up there and some carrots. I also picked up some sourdough bread. Oh, this smells so good. They had 4 different flavors, but I just went with the original sourdough loaf. This one is from a place called Wash Park Cottage Foods. Wash Park is just a park here in Denver. The next thing I got was just some little red baby potatoes, and then I also got some onions. The last thing I got was this bouquet of flowers from Little Petals Flower Farm. I'm a sucker for flowers at the farmer's market. The heat kind of really started picking up. We got there around 9:15, and right around 10 the heat just got really unbearable. So the farmer's market is actually right next to the mall in Denver, so we just went into the mall. It had a little play area. Sutton just kind of ran around and played, got some energy out before nap time. So yeah, that was kind of how our morning went. And now that it's 4:30, both the kids have woken up from their naps. Everyone's been fed. We had leftovers for dinner, so it was super simple. We are actually going to go over to the park. They have a little beach area and a stream that we can play in the water. We are home from the river and ice cream. It was such a sweet little evening. The heat was, I think, 100 or 101, but with the shade of the trees and the cool water, it was actually really nice. Yeah, Harvey? It's about 6:30 now, and we're about to go out back and plant some plants. We had actually gone back to the nursery yesterday. Harvey has a lot of opinions right now. We had actually gone back to the nursery yesterday to pick up another zucchini squash plant, but we couldn't find any, so we did pick up another watermelon plant because the one that we already had planted in the backyard seems to be growing really well. So we picked up another watermelon plant, and then Sutton requested a pumpkin plant. So we're gonna plant those in the backyard this evening. Good morning, it is Sunday. This morning has been a little busy. The boys woke up kind of early this morning. Sutton immediately wanted pancakes, which is really weird. He hasn't requested pancakes in a really long time. It wasn't even 6 before we were all making pancakes together, and then we were going outside to check on the plants that we planted last night because the pumpkin plant actually dried out a lot, but it seems to have been revived by our watering. We've all been getting ready, eating breakfast. It's about 9 o'clock right now. We are going to head over to a little farm. It's like 20 minutes away. It's only a couple bucks to get in it, and it's like a petting zoo farm. They've got goats, chickens, pigs, and then they have a train that kind of rides around, and then there's a stream that you can go play in the water. So it's a really fun little area. So we're gonna go do that with the boys this morning before the weather gets super hot. We're back from the little farm and creek that we went to hang out at this morning. It's around 12:30 or 1. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock. Both the boys are sleeping. I've done dishes, laundry, the typical nap time routine. And I kind of wanted to end this video just having a little bit of a chat of where I've been. It has been a little over a year since I have posted a video on YouTube, and there's so many reasons for that. I don't know, just like my first video back being a vlog with no explanation feels a little weird to me. So I'm going to talk a little bit about life this past year and everything that I've been through and we've been through as a family. So I believe my last YouTube video was the beginning of May. Right around that time, my husband actually got laid off from his job. He works in tech, and he got laid off from the startup that he was working with. And the following week after getting laid off, he just started working for a buddy of his that has his own company. That was a really hard hit for our family. My husband is the sole provider. I love making YouTube videos and creating content, but that is not a stream of income for our family. I just do this because it makes me really happy, and truly it just is like a little bit of a creative outlet for me. So this is not an income for my family. This is just something I love to do. So obviously when he lost his job, a lot changed. We're very thankful for his friend that had a company and kind of took him on. It helped us pay our bills. We were just financially able to survive that time that he didn't have a job. But when he was done working with his friend, he was spending all of his free time looking for a job. I was very pregnant at that time. I still had like 2.5 months left of pregnancy. Very pregnant, chasing after a 1-year-old. It was just a really hard time. At that time, I just felt like I really needed to be 100% present with my family. Obviously, too, it was really hard because we lost our form of income. We had to rely a lot on savings to get through that time. So financially, our family took a really big hit. It was definitely the hardest thing that I've been through in a very long time. It was a lot of trusting the Lord to show up in our lives, and He did. He did show up. And looking back on that situation now, I honestly can't believe how much He showed up for us. It's definitely strengthened my relationship with the Lord. I have no doubt about how much He loves us, how much He's going to provide for us and take care of us. I always said I had faith before then, and I would trust Him whenever. But in that moment, I was like, dang, do I really have the faith that I think that I have? So yeah, that was just a really hard thing for us to go through as a family. And then, obviously, 2 months later, Harvey was born. And a brief overview on Harvey's birth. So Harvey was born when I was 35 weeks pregnant. He spent the first 18 days of his life in the NICU. That was really hard. The NICU that he was at was about 40 minutes away from our house. It was really hard to be away from your baby. And I love the NICU nurses. Those people are incredible. So if you're a NICU nurse, you are a godsend of a human being. We couldn't go see him for the first few days because Sutton was sick. He had a fever, and we had no idea why he had a fever. So we couldn't really go to the NICU and bring those germs to the NICU. So we had to wait till Sutton felt better so that we could go see Harvey. He was also doing this thing where he would stop breathing, and you would have to kind of like shake him to wake him up or like let him know that he needs to keep living. First time that ever happened when we were in the NICU really scared me. The second time it ever happened, I was actually breastfeeding him at that time. That also was just really traumatizing. And so yeah, the beginning of Harvey's life was really hard. He was overall a pretty healthy baby. The NICU doctors and nurses didn't seem to be super concerned about him. From our perspective, being so far away from him being early, us not having planned it, Sam had still like not found a job again in tech. It was just a really rough time for our family. Another reason that I felt like I really needed to not focus on anything but being a mom. He was 18 days old when he was discharged. He came home on oxygen, and I think he was on oxygen for, oh gosh, I want to say he was on oxygen for like 3 weeks. He got off oxygen and we were just kind of adjusting to life with a newborn. We never really slept great with Sutton anyways. He wasn't a great sleeper, and so we were kind of right back in it. It wasn't until recently that both kids started sleeping through the night. It has been like a dream come true. I can't even believe the different person that I am with sleep. So yeah, we just kind of adjusted to having Harvey here. Sam was still working all the time, trying to find a job. I feel like there's so much to say about this past year. Social media was a very hard place for me to be, especially trying to navigate 2 under 2. Everyone has an opinion about motherhood on social media, how much screen time your kids should have, what they should be eating, how they should be sleeping. I mean, it's truly such a negative space. I had to really shut off social media until I felt confident myself as a mother. And navigating 2 under 2, I just really didn't have a lot of time. Everyone was on opposite sleep schedules. I was really just trying to survive the day, make sure everyone ate, slept, had fun, got some energy out, and really just find myself as a mom. My husband eventually did get a job in October. He's been at that job since October, loves it. It's a wonderful job. He works for a wonderful company. So financially, things started looking up again at the end of the year, and that weight kind of got taken off our chest. That in and of itself is like a huge Lord story. I feel like he really showed up for our family in a way that I couldn't even have imagined. I was still just navigating the busyness of having Harvey and Sutton. Honestly, just like learning who they are as little boys, who I am as a mother, empowering our relationship, empowering them to be little boys. And I'm gonna be really honest, that has been my only concern. I made a mental note in my head that I did not want to get back on social media until I felt comfortable with who I am as a mom. And I can truly say, after this past year, I have put 100% focus on my relationship with my husband, on my relationship with my children. I feel very fortunate and blessed that I was able to do that. I have strengthened our relationship so much. I feel like I know my children so well. I never want them to feel like they are not the priority in our lives. There's this quote that my husband and I say to each other all the time: you can do anything, but you can't do everything. Being a parent is the hardest but best thing I've ever done in my life. But it just took me a while to kind of build my confidence as a mom and realize that I am a good mom. I also did not know how much of my children I wanted to share on social media. It is such a sensitive topic, such a sensitive time of their lives. I don't want to take that away from them. So I'm still trying to navigate the balance of how much I want to include them. But I am really excited to be back. There's a lot of stuff that I've taken the time to process this past year. I'm sure I'll talk more about that in future videos, but I didn't want to just come back on YouTube and create this sweet little vlog and have no explanation of where I've been for the past year. I know that this is not a huge channel, but I love each and every one of you so much. I've thought about you a lot this past year. The biggest things that are coming up is we're actually decorating this house. So we live in a rental house currently. It has very old furniture in it, literally no decorations whatsoever. We're in our bedroom right now. Everything in here was old. I was gonna decorate it when we first moved in. If you've watched any of my previous vlogs, that is what I was gonna do. But then I got pregnant, sick, my husband lost his job, and financially it was not on the top of the totem pole. We have finally gotten to a place where I can decorate. And I'm so excited. The very first thing that we're gonna do is actually redo the kitchen. The kitchen is where I spend the majority of my time. I really despise this kitchen. It is a rental home though, so I have been trying to figure out how can we not put a ton of money into the kitchen, but kind of like revamp it. So that is gonna be one of the first things that I record. I have had all of the stuff for it just kind of sitting on the kitchen table. We got like the Smart Tiles, I think is the brand name. It's like the peel and stick ones that you can remove later. We got those and they're being delivered today. So I am just so excited. Can't wait to see it all put together. So that is the plan coming up. Stay tuned for that video. Thank you guys again for sticking around and just being here on this channel. I know I just said it, but I truly love you guys so much. It means the world to me that you're still here after just honestly like one of the hardest years of my life. And I just can't wait to share more with you. So thank you again. I love you and I'll see you soon. Bye YouTube.